So I can see that you've had a haircut.
I have. Look how baldy I'm getting. It's bad.
Get mighty baldy.
It looks a lot worse on the lighting of this than it does in real life, to be honest. But it's pretty bad. I'm thinking about going bald. Just trying. Maybe next time I go for a haircut, I'll say, shave my head, and we'll see how it looks.
You don't need to go to a barber for that. Just get like shears. I mean, years ago I bought a set of shears and I just shaved my head, and I've saved. Talk about £10 a haircut. You get a haircut every month, £120 a year. You know.
Well, the haircut that I just got, this one a couple of weeks ago, that was the first haircut I'd gotten in like 6 months. My hair got pretty long.
And it was given to you by a trainee.
I don't ask for much. I just say, fucking 2 backing sides, trim the top. That's it. And they're like, all right.
Do you think like haircuts are a bit like I don't know, like people order the same drinks that their dad ordered at the bar? So like, oh, my dad always drank Budweiser, so I have a Budweiser. Do you think haircuts are like that?
Aye.
I only ever asked for a 2 backing sides, so that's all my whole life, my whole hair journey.
Aye. I mean, I don't really care about my hair. I don't have this need to be like, oh, I need my hair to look good. I'm just like, as long as it's short and it's no pure like coos-looking shit all over the place, like I don't care. So I just get what works, and it works. So
well, work it, girl.
You work that. It doesn't bother me at all. So it's not something I worry about.
Hello, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the pod, where we'll be discussing Rid's aesthetic for the entirety of the.
My aesthetic is just fucking nothing, really.
Just middle of the road. Just kind of non-extreme.
My aesthetic is comfortable. That's pretty much it.
A comfortable aesthetic.
Aye.
I know, fuck wearing all that fucking corsets and all that and pure goth girl shit. You know how they go to like the extremes and they've got like the extreme body mods. That must be so uncomfortable.
Yeah, when I see how much work it goes into looking like that, with the kind of outfits and the makeup and all that shit, I'm just like, damn.
And it is work.
Damn, fuck that.
Work.
Aye, still seems like a lot of hassle. I'm glad I don't have to do that at all. I mean, even if you're a woman, you don't have to do it, to be fair. Nobody has to do it, but
I guess if you're gonna put yourself through any sort of suffering, looks wise, make sure it's something you like. You know, like goth girls, they love that aesthetic. You know, they're quite happy to put themselves through like that pain and torture to kind of, you know. And there's people out there that wear heels, or women out there that wear heels, and you know they don't want to wear heels, and it's uncomfortable, but they think that they should.
Snap your ankles, bro.
I know.
Anytime I see a video of a woman in like big heels and they pure like do that ankle roll shit, try to walk in them, and I'm just like, ooh, the Bambi.
The Bambi.
It's like, god damn, that looks fucking painful.
It's so bad. It's even like I think about it, right? Because like it's always like a spring back.
Aye.
You know, like they'll go like that, but then they'll spring back, and I'm like, your body doesn't even know what's just happened to you. That injury's going to show up in 3 months' time, and you're going to have no idea why your foot's so sore.
To wake up where you're fucking not able to walk, and you're like, what happened? I wonder.
All these weird bruises are happening.
Rolled your ankle like 10 times in the matter of 5 seconds.
I'm certainly not women bashing here, but it's kind of on what we're talking about. Have you seen the memes and stuff like that? And it's like really bad driving, like really horrible like you're crashing into people type of driving, and then like it cuts to like the driver, and the driver's just like some lassie going, oh, whoops.
I don't think I've seen that. No.
Causing like 10 car pile-ups, like just all these damages, and just the lassie going, oh.
I've not seen that at all. No, I don't think I've seen that at all.
It's like I don't know. It's like a thing where just some lassies, like they maybe don't have the best road sense, and you know it's not specific to women, but like they'll just do something really silly, and then it'll be like, oh, whoopsie. You know, it's not even a learning fit. It's just like, I'm sure glad that I dodged a bullet there.
Aye. It's fucking. I don't drive, and I'm glad I don't drive, because it seems like such a fucking pain in the arse to deal with all it. And then the fact that like so many people just don't, like, they take for granted how the fact that they're in a like fucking a ton metal death machine, and they just like I'm driving this ton death machine that could literally kill somebody if I take my eyes off the road. But let me just look at my phone. Let me just fix my makeup. Let me just fucking look at the window and shout at somebody because I'm raging that they dared to get in front of me and all that. And it's just like, you just fucking.
As another driver looking, you can see, you know when people are looking at their phone. Like, because like if you've got your eyes focused on the road and say you look at the car coming towards you for like a license plate or whatever, you'll see that the car, the driver will just be like that.
No.
You don't need to know that they're looking at a phone to know that they're looking down at their phone.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me that people can get, like, people. The way things work is people get their driver's license, and that's the best driving anybody ever does is when they're taking their test, and then they never drive like that ever again.
I feel
like if I guarantee like 99% of people, if you made them like take a surprise driving test, they would fail, and then they would be like, so you shouldn't be driving then. But they're just like, aye, but I drive every day. But I drive every day. Yeah, I would probably fail the driving test if it got surprised on me.
Do you know what the thing
because
is?
Nobody uses most of the shit.
Seeing a driving test, right? Like, it's the way that I could describe it is like if you sit a science exam, you don't need to know every single element of the periodic table. But that's what they test you on, innit?
But it's things like, like they'll sit there and be like, you'll be taking a test, and you'll do something like, you'll take a turn way too fast that you should have waited, or you're going over the speed limit or something like that, and they'll dock points for that, and you'll be like, fuck, right, I shouldn't do that. But then as soon as you've got your license, you're like, right, well, I'm just going to do that stuff again anyway. Like, it doesn't stop anybody from actually doing that shit. It's just they just have to pretend to know to like be good for their test, and that's it. And then after that, they can just do whatever they want.
I mean, driving's one of these things you learn more when you've passed. Like, you learn the feel of the road, the rules of the road, because there's a version of the rules that you get, which is like the highway code and stuff like that if you're in Britain, but that's not always the way that it works on the road, you know. And it's sometimes it can be place specific, like in the place, there's a place, see where the cemetery is, now the big hill. So even though it goes against like going on to, there's some pure stupid rule that whoever's at the top flashes the one at the bottom, and whoever's at the bottom flashes the one at the top. It's just this weird rule, but I think it's only specific to that, because Alan went against it one day, because obviously he doesn't drive around where we stay, and I was like that. You know,
like when you live in a small town like that, and there's like, you kind of learn these rules of how specific roads work, where like, alright, if I'm going down this road and then somebody's coming down the other way and there's no enough space, I'm the one that, because I'm coming through this way, I'm the one that has to let them by first. Like shit like that you would learn just by living like a small town like that. But then like other people don't, and they but self-driving cars, man, they need to happen. People are so against them, and it boggles my mind, because like, you know what's going to happen is as soon as self-driving cars become more and more common, like anytime any fucking accident happens with a self-driving car, there's so many people like, see, this is why they shouldn't be a thing, they can't be trusted, blah blah blah. It's got, that's still way less than what would happen if it was people driving, because do you know what AI doesn't do? It doesn't get tired, it doesn't get distracted by shit, it doesn't get lazy.
My argument to that would be, right, like when you go in a car, you personally, when you go in a car and you're on the road, you put your life in the hands of every other road user. That's people who have maybe having bad days, they've maybe been on something the night before, they're maybe still on something, like, you know, all these different kinds of people, you're putting your life in their hands. Self-driving cars, you're only doing it, man. There's only one thing that you're putting your life in your hands. So do you know what I mean? Like, I would rather the AI, you know, because there's bound to be teething problems, you know, no system is 100%, but I would much rather going through the teething systems of that, maybe starting off at like I don't think you would put a self-driving car at 100 miles an hour.
There's only peeked into the door though.
Do you?
I know. It's just, it's not even just like, it's not even just the safety matter. It's the fact that like traffic would be just non-existent with self-driving cars, because the amount of time it takes for the human brain to react to stuff that a computer can do in an instant is what causes like traffic to be like so backed up, because one fraction of a second of somebody's hesitation adds up and adds up and adds up and adds up with the hundreds of cars behind them, and then that's what makes traffic so bad. But with fucking self-driving cars, there's just instant like, and there's literally going to be no traffic. Really.
I still think there would be traffic.
There would be, but it would not be anywhere near as bad as it is. Like, just there's too many benefits, and the fact that people are just like, oh no, I don't trust it, or one accident happens and they're like, oh no, so you can't have it. Aye, because humans are perfect and there's never an accident with humans driving. It makes no sense.
Here's a question: you know how people in China throw themselves onto cars to get the insurance payout?
Is that a China thing? I think it's a worldwide thing.
Worldwide, but I first noticed it in China. It was all these videos from China, and it was like just all these people like really obviously throwing themselves in front of bonnets.
I've seen some videos of that, like in like Russian videos and shit, that kind of stuff.
China would still happen with self-driving cars.
I mean,
the only reason you do it is to get money out the driver.
The thing is, though, all self-driving cars are probably going to have like cameras, so it'd be easy to prove that it's just that it wasn't intentional and that the person threw themselves.
Well, I mean, if it's an AI camera, you could have like some sort of QR code or a barcode, and put it in the camera and then you phone it. So it would just be like a dash cam that records all the time. That's what I love about the videos. Is like there's always a dash cam and the person walking up and going, oh, and then the guy's like, I've got a camera recording you, mate, and then they just fucking bolt. It's like, you fucking scumbag. I hate people like that are like, they're out to get other people, just innocent people, and if it wasn't for that camera,
it's like,
it could have been a whole shit show.
It's one thing. It's like it's such a shitty thing. It's one of the shittiest things to do. It's like, I'm doing bad for money. Let me do something that's going to ruin somebody else's life, probably, so that I can get money. It's like, fucking arsehole.
I know.
And messing with people's motors is like one of the shittiest things you can do.
Yeah, chances are, if you're messing with their car, you're messing with their job. You're messing with their livelihood. Which, don't mess with people's money. Don't ever mess with people's money. It's not a good thing to do.
Aye, it's fucked.
Have you been playing Halo Infinite?
I've not played it at all. I've been skint pretty much all since like the start of December. I've not even got money for that.
Right.
I've not had Game Pass since November, and I've been skint like all the last like month or so. So I've not had money to get it started back up. But as soon as I've got money, which will probably not be until maybe next month, because the extra money I've got this month has gone towards buying the new Pokemon game.
You do not have to explain your financial situation to me.
Yeah, I'll play it eventually though.
It is good. I enjoy it. I was saying this to Frankie. I really wanted to hate it. I wanted to hate it. I wanted to be like, Halo's no, I remember. Blah, blah, blah. But then like I played it and I was like, okay, right, the story's kind of good. And even though it's a bit of a cliche, here's something nobody's ever seen before. Put him at the abyss. It was good. I enjoyed it.
I've been hearing nothing but good things. I've heard nothing but good things about it from other people that I follow who are like big Halo fans and that. People who are big Halo fans who have been critical of the last couple of games and that, and they've been like, it's great. So
see, playing it in Legendary though, right? Like it's a bit of a challenge, but see when it comes to because you'll get like essentially boss fights, like high ranking kind of.
I imagine that. Because
and they're solid. They're like, I'm going to deliver a line to you that I've heard maybe about 50 times now. All eventually will fall to brasses.
I know that feeling all too well. For somebody who plays Souls games and stuff, hearing the same line or not again for a boss fight, that you keep trying to die in it. So
you can't take it personally, but you do. You're like you're like, you NPC. You know the journey we're on right now, and you know, and that's how you're just hitting me with that line. The one that me and Frankie will be the same. The one that for us for like the Souls games is probably for Sekiro. The final boss is so fucking hard in that game. Like usually the Souls games, the final bosses never even close to the hardest bosses in the game for the most of the time. Usually they're middle of the ground difficulty. Mostly, but Sekiro's fucking hell. He's actually like probably the hardest boss in the whole game, except maybe Demon of Hatred. But in every fight, he always goes, "Do not hesitate, Sekiro!" every time, and you just hear that all the time. Don't hesitate. You're just like, "Fuck you." I will hesitate.
I might hesitate. That's probably why I lost, but fucking god damn
I just
it.
might.
Oh, aye, that shit, he just fucking...
And it's just
So
been,
bad.
it's just so annoying. I had to put on Skyrim, you know? And then even in then it was just, that spell looks dangerous. You know, it's just, leave me alone with your obvious NPCs inputs. Just let me enjoy the game.
Oh, it's pretty bad shit.
You've got a wee message there on Discord.
I do.
Are we going to read it?
I mean, it's just fucking very tired to do. Yeah.
Oh, block him.
He's been watching my streams since like I started, and he's one of my mods.
Pointed to Lazy Pop.
Oh, I thought you were talking to. I thought you were talking about Derek who messaged me.
No, Derek, you're cool.
Lazy.
Delete these.
Delete him.
Just delete them.
Oh, he's talking on my Discord as well. Oh, memes.
I've been thinking about getting a wee Discord.
You should join some Discords, make your own. It's fun stuff. So have you started One Piece then? You were talking about it a few weeks ago.
I've not started.
I was curious if you'd started or not, but you've not.
I recently started watching Toast of Tinseltown.
What is that?
Have you heard of Toast of London?
Nah.
It's this comedy sitcom with Matt Berry. Do you know who Matt Berry is?
That sounds familiar.
You'll know his face. You'll have heard his voice. Very familiar. He's an actor, singer, voice artist.
It does sound familiar, but
What We Do in the Shadows, the newest one, the series.
Oh, I've not watched the series.
Google the Matt Berry, and basically he has this program called Toast of London. It's about his exploits as an actor in London. A lot of famous guests, stuff like that. Really good. It started for a new series where he breaks America, and it's called Toast of Tinseltown.
Oh, it's the guy for the IT crowd?
Mm-hmm.
Aye. If you said the guy for the IT crowd, I would have.
I mean, I think he's...
and he was in Mighty Bush as well, obviously.
His film credits extend,
I mean, if
beyond that.
He's the guy for the Mighty Bush and the IT crowd. If I'm going to know fan, it'll be them.
I mean, if I was to say the guy for the Mighty Bush, you would be like that. What? Noel Fielding?
You said his name though. I know the two main guys' names.
I mean,
if you said Mighty Bush, IT crowd, I'd be like, oh, that guy.
Anyway, I've been watching that. It's pretty fun.
Aye. He's a pretty funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very unique voice.
Do you know what I love? I really love when he gets like say the word leisure. He would pronounce every letter of it. He'd go leisure.
Aye. Aye. His way tongue is just great.
It's actually hilarious. I love just like listening to his voice and just waiting for that wee sexual pleasure.
I love fucking one of my favourite scenes for any show that he's ever been in is for the IT crowd though, when he's at his desk and he goes, I've never looked in this drawer, and then he goes, oh, a gun, I wonder if it's loaded. And just to do that, and the guy, guess not. Just puts it back.
He's a great actor, comedic actor.
He's very good. What's the fucking what's the ad he does? There's an ad he does for some company.
Money Supermarket.
Money Supermarket. That's the one.
Yes.
Fucking I hear it all the time on like fucking Spotify ads and all that.
Mm-hmm.
His voice with the fucking ads.
Do you know there's a lot of adverts that they're an inconvenience to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I hear them, whatever they're trying to sell, whoever they're trying to sell, whatever it is, I'm not interested, and I'll make a point to go. I hate them for ruining my whatever it was, listening to a song, watching whatever TV. Matt Berry, I don't mind.
Aye.
I don't mind.
Ads can be they're so much more annoying online because on websites like Twitch and YouTube, and then when you're on Spotify as well, when you're listening to Spotify, the issue is it's like they've got 2 ads for the next 3 months. So every time there's an ad break, it's the same 2 ads.
Mm-hmm.
And it just makes you want to rip your ears out every time they come on. You're like, I'm so fucking tired of hearing the ad about this fucking thing I'm not interested in. And it's just the only thing they run. At least if they had some different ads, it wouldn't be as bad. Do you have some new stuff to see? But it's literally the same thing getting advertised every time.
It's always Squarespace for me.
Fucking
Always
Squarespace. Just, it's like, god damn it, man. Fucking.
And do you know, like, this is the thing, like, you know, you're sitting watching YouTube and you're watching, like, 10 deep CIA conspiracy theories that, you know, you'll get shot for even watching this video, you know? And then all of a sudden, it'll be dead quiet, and then all of a sudden, it'll be like a pure bang, boom, fucking, you're hit with the boomers, kind of, you know, some dance ensemble, and it just takes you completely out whatever you're watching.
Fucking.
I hate adverts.
Still don't miss the daisy. I mean, when I was watching your Doug's, what was it, like last month or the month before or whatever it was?
Must be, yeah.
And I was watching Sky. It was the first time I'd watched just Sky TV in like literal years. And watching TV in the like 4 like minutes of ads, I'd missed all that and just been like, fuck, this is dreadful to sit through. Like,
dreadful's the fucking word.
Jesus. Like, just how long, you forget how long ad breaks are on telly when it's been years since you've actually watched it.
I couldn't stand to live in America for that reason. But this
they're worse, that's sad. Like, here is not even as bad as it is over there. It's crazy.
But out here, this is exactly why I prefer to read books. You know, I'm never going to, a sentence isn't going to suddenly change and being like, designing a website has never been easier with Squarespace.
Fuck, that'll be the day when books have got fucking product placements in them and they just end a chapter and it's like, have you heard the fucking...
I know, imagine you're reading The Shining and you know, like, you're getting to like the chapter where Jack's stalking Danny through the forest hedge, and then all of a sudden it's like that, have you thought of Aruba for a holiday destination? No, fuck that.
Oh, Jesus. I mean, fucking, they could do that in audiobooks very easily, but actual books, they probably
like
do.
free audiobooks.
You're
gonna get nothing's free. Absolutely nothing's free.
If something is free, you are the product.
100%.
Which
so I might deflate on Facebook for that very reason. Do you know the only reason I've realised this? The only reason I think I keep my socials a bit is for, like, you know, advertise my business. You know, like that kind of stuff. I can't think any kind of reason why I would want to, I don't know, share pictures of my dinner. You know, it's weird. Like, not to kind of like ignore people or anything like that, but just like the whole idea of being on a social media, like, because once you're in it, you're kind of sucked into it. Like, you deleted Facebook ages ago, or you don't really use Facebook.
I've got a Facebook, but I literally just use the Messenger to talk to like family and that, and that's it. I'd use it for nothing. I use it for nothing else.
But like Facebook, just going on that example, they've got like the games, the marketplace, the videos, the photos, the check-ins. You know, there's all these things that just don't get used. Nobody's interested. Nobody's interested in having like the one app to do everything. I think that's the problem with like Instagram and all that. They want to copy each other. They want to copy TikTok and you know.
It's fucking stupid when you do it. But it's like Instagram was like originally this app that was like, our thing is we do photos. You post photos. Our whole thing is photos and posting photos, and it's the thing we do, and it's the thing we're good at doing.
Our icon's a camera.
And then it's like, alright, but now we're about to just start copying shit from other social media that's got nothing to do with pictures, and just because we want to have other features. And it's like, so you're not a photo app anyway. You're just every other social media app now.
You're just a sell it. You're just generic
like,
social media app.
Just another social media app that's the same as all the fucking other ones now.
I don't get that. Like, it's just a strange concept to me, because it can just happen so easily. Like, if you release something in your app that's groundbreaking and like really viral and trendy, all of a sudden everybody's coming for your gig. Everybody's been like, well, you know, that worked really well, so how can we introduce a new system that basically copies that?
Yeah, and call it something else and pretend like it's this original idea.
Like fucking Facebook especially, so transparent for fucking that. Like, somebody was saying that, I don't know how that started, it was like a study group or something.
It was like
alumni or a kind of like high school college alumni.
He started as like some college page thing just to be able to get, I guess, message all his friends and stuff in college or something.
And now it's Gumtree.
And now it's just fucking...
No, it is Gumtree. I'm so sick of seeing people selling their furniture, and like 9 months before, they've took a picture of their house and they've been like, love everything I've done with the house, love this fresh new start, beautifully redecorated and all that. A month later, it's like selling the ottoman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's so weird.
I literally, like, for the first time, just out of boredom, went on my Facebook page just to like go through, because I constantly get no, you know what it was? It was because somebody was like, oh, do you know Hangway's pregnant now? And I was like, oh, I didn't know that. And then I went on to find their post so I can be like, oh, congrats.
Oh, right. Mm-hmm.
And I was just scrolling through, and like literally every other post was a buy, swap, sell fucking hang post, and I'm just like, fucking hell, man.
Right.
How many of these are there?
It's crazy. It's the weird thing is now, like on Facebook, it used to be that you would just be pals with somebody and you could message them or you could poke them.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can sell your entire fucking back catalogue of furniture and all that kind of shit. Yeah. It's wild.
Now he's starting this metaverse pish that he's doing. I don't even know what the fuck is going on with that. It's because Mark, mate, he's not got enough money, you know.
No,
he's not got enough money.
It's never about money, innit? It's never about the money. But honestly, I feel like he's just gone full on Ready Player One. Like he just wants to create like everybody jump in the VR.
Fucking Christ. Shit's wild.
You know, we should start our own social media app and just copy what they're doing. Maybe we'll get money. And then we can sell it on the marketplace. App idea.
Fucking... I mean, they're all shite. Twitter's a fucking cesspool. Instagram, I don't use Instagram much, but Instagram doesn't seem that bad.
I wouldn't say Instagram's that bad, no.
Twitter's a fucking cesspool. Facebook's for fucking boomers. Reddit's pretty fucking bad as well, although I don't ever read comments really on Reddit now. I just look at posts and that's it.
Mm-hmm. I don't see when I see a post and it's got like 1,000 comments, I look at that and go, no, nobody's reading that. I'm certainly not even going to try.
Aye.
But like you're saying, like Twitter's a cesspit.
Yes, it's bad.
I disagree.
No, it's a cesspool.
I think Twitter is like this really. It's delicious, is what it is, right? Because it gives you basically unfettered access to people who should never have been given a phone. They should never have been given access to a social media platform, and they should never have been given access to the English language. Yet here they are, spouting their drivel, and you have unfettered access to it.
It's so bad, man.
All the Karens of the day.
So
many Karens. There's so many Karens out there that think their Twitter's changing the world. Where they've got like 3 followers and 2 of them are inactive, you know, and they're sitting there and they're like, "I believe this is wrong, Queen," and you know all that shit.
Aye, it's horrible.
So, what like social media would you recommend then, or what way like to be social online? What's the best platform you've found? Mine's just Pornhub. Everybody's really supportive.
No, they're all shite. They're all shite. Pornhub's probably one of the least toxic websites you could probably read comments on.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking...
Wherever you get people, you're just going to get people who are shitty. And act shitty. Because there's like, I bet you there's like genuinely good people out there. But they had like a total cunt on Twitter. Like a wee alt account or something like that. You know, and it's like... what's his name? Kyle's dad, Troll Hunter.
Oh, the skank hunt stuff in South Park. Aye.
I can see that happening very regularly, like more than what people would ever think that it would.
Aye. I mean, absolutely. It's fucking. It's always funny when I see like some kind of post on Twitter that is like some take about something happening in the world, and there'll be some shitty replies to it, and then you look at the profile of the reply, and it's like clearly like not a real picture of a person. It's just like the default picture or something taken for like Google Images or something like that, and the account's got like no followers and doesn't follow anybody, and it was created like a month ago, and you're just like, you're just some fucking
Bitter Betty.
Bitter, sad act who doesn't even want people to know who he is. So you're a fucking coward as well. Like, if you're going to sit there and spout shitty opinions, at least have the fucking confidence to, you know, actually be yourself online and don't fucking hide behind shit.
Stand by the conviction of it. Like, this is the thing. If you're wrong about something, you can be made right. You know, someone can point you in the right direction. Someone can say, oh, here's where you're thinking or you're not thinking kind of thing. But if you're just behind like this troll alt account, you know, what are you ever going to learn other than you need to hide your opinions?
Aye. Like, you literally are not able to stand behind what you're saying because you have to hide. What are you doing?
It's my turn to wear the glasses now. You can have them back.
Aye. Aye. My side's horrible.
For those of you that didn't know what happened there, the minute I put on Rid's glasses, I was the world just totally changed for me. The colour, those bright colours, everything was fantastic. It was just too intense for my little mortal brain to comprehend. There are some thick glasses.
Yep.
Thick
glasses.
And that doesn't hurt your head?
No, not having them on hurts my head. Like, if I have my glasses off, everything's just blurry as fuck.
Why are people that don't wear glasses so constantly mesmerised by people that wear glasses? That happens. I don't know if you notice that. But that happens
I notice it. I notice it. The amount of fucking time some come without glasses especially when I was younger, and like I would actually go to like parties and shit and drink and be all around other drunk people that I didn't know. The amount of times you have some prick come up to you and like, oh, can I try your glasses on? And then you're like, oh, sure. And then they go, oh, you can't see. Like, no shit. No, I've not heard this. I've not had this experience 60 times in the past month. Like, do you know what? Fuck, man.
Alan's a glasses user, right? And he hates it. See, when he's watching like TV or movies or something like that, and somebody's wearing a pair of glasses with no lenses or anything like that in them, and he's like, you just don't fucking know what we go through. You don't fucking wearing that. It's quite funny.
I think I used to hate that, like when people would wear just frames. I was like that way, where I was like, you don't even need glasses now. But now I'm just like, you know what? If you like the look of it, if you like the look of glasses, but you don't need them, you just want to wear frames, or even just like false lenses that don't actually do anything.
Has anyone ever made the mistake in thinking that you're smart because you're wearing glasses?
Wow.
I don't know how that came off, but this might have come off as a...
That wasn't supposed to be an insult? What the fuck was that supposed to be then?
That was meant to just be a genuine interest in your life.
Aye. No, I don't think I've ever had anybody actually say that to me. Like, be like, oh, you wear glasses, you must be smart.
That's an old-fashioned thing, isn't it? Like, people used to think that people that wore glasses were smart.
Which I don't get. I really don't understand that. It's like, why would having something that helps you see better make you more intelligent?
Reading.
I guess for reading glasses, but that just means somebody's got like trouble reading. That's why they wear them. It's nothing to do with intelligence.
I think it's more like if you maybe spend your whole time reading. So like, because you're very, I don't know the difference, short-sighted.
Aye. Well,
if you can only focus on something that's in front of you.
Aye.
Is that right?
Basically, the further it is away, the harder it is for me to read it or see it.
Are you hearing that, crackhead?
Was it a crackhead? It may have been a bird. I'm just going. A
bird doesn't.
Oh, it's a crackhead.
A bird doesn't ramble like that.
I just heard weird squawks, so I thought it was a bird.
I mean, that's Friday. You know, people have got to enjoy themselves.
Not very far away from a pub.
No.
So.
Do you find that weird staying this close to a pub?
I very rarely hear it. My windows are open. Usually I've got them closed. I'd honestly never hear it. Even before the pandemic, that when the pub would be bumping every weekend, never really heard it.
Nothing.
No, I think the buildings there are like, there's enough of them in the way between that absorbs kind of all the sound that would come from it. So I never.
I'm not gonna lie, I would hate it. I'd be out there throwing water at them.
I'd literally never ever hear it. I've never like sat there and been like, I'm sick of these drunk people. I literally don't hear it at all.
In fairness, you're probably up the same time as them. Like, you're probably just like, when you hear them, you're like, oh well.
I like most of the time that they would be walking about make noise, I'm sitting here still awake with headphones on, watching videos or playing games. So the chances of me even hearing them would be even lower.
Have you ever played co-op?
Aye, like fucking like 10 years ago when it was a thing. It's very old.
Sorry, I'm 10 years late to the co-op craze.
It's an extremely old. That was like a pure like OG like YouTube gaming fucking thing. People everybody would do try and play co-op. I was like, when did that come out? Like 2012, 2013 or something?
I don't know.
Have you just discovered co-op?
No, I haven't.
But it's there's all kinds of games like that now.
Like
Getting Over It.
Getting Over It.
Have you not seen that game? By what was his name? Ben Fobby. I think he makes a bunch of these kind of games that are just like awkward fucking controls and really hard. But Getting Over It's like it's a guy in a pot, right?
Right.
And then he's got a sledgehammer, and you use your mouse to control the sledgehammer like that.
And
you have to like grab onto stuff and like fling yourself up, and it's like
I've seen that.
just games like that.
That looks really fun, that game, for the physics of it. Like it looks really frustrating. I think it was
Very
Lenny I'd
frustrating.
seen that was playing it, and he was like, he got so far, and then like one mistake had cost him, and he was like back 5 minutes.
Because like because the way the level is designed is if you fuck up at a point and fall, you fall all the way down, and then you have to climb all the way back up that you just spent like 2 hours getting to. It's brutal.
What's the end goal?
Just to get to the end. There's just an end you get to. Once you get to the
There
end,
is
it
an
just
end?
ends.
Because I don't like games that, you know, you're just playing forever.
No, it's just,
like that.
it does have an end where you just once you get there, it's like that game you won, you beat the game. So, but it's also funny because that game has I think it's like control. If you press like Control R while playing that game, it just like resets you back to the start. But I don't know why that's there. I guess because in case the game glitches and you get stuck somewhere,
Okay,
you
yeah,
can do that.
I can see that.
But the amount of times I see streamers playing it, and then people are like, "Oh, if you press Control R, it zooms the camera out," and they go, "Oh, really?" And then it sends them back, and they just
That's evil.
the death stare they have.
That reminds me of the like. See if you go into your system and look for the folder called Windows and delete that, you'll get unlimited RAM.
There's a guy, so with things like OBS, because it's running so many different things at once, if you look at your task manager, well, it shows you everything that's running.
Yep.
It'll have multiple instances, just like we like Firefox now. If you've got multiple tabs open, there'll be multiple instances in the actual task manager.
Mm-hmm.
And there was somebody I seen that was streaming, and they were obviously using OBS. And I think they were like, their computer was like struggling to run a game or something like that, and they were like, what the fuck is running my PC that's slowing stuff down? And they like opened their task manager, and they're like, why is OBS got like seven different tabs? And they just randomly close one, and it just shut your stream off. Because closing one closes the whole thing, because it's all running just on the same thing. It's just there's multiple instances of things being run, and they're all in separate things. I don't know why that's the case.
That's weird.
But I went to just close one, thinking that he thought he had multiple he thought he had multiple instances of OBS open, but it isn't. So he just went to close one and just shut the whole thing down. His stream went off, and I'm just like, mate,
The stream died.
like, how do you know that's how it works if you're sitting here streaming and fucking using this shit?
Like I would expect if someone spent, I take it they spent a lot of money in their gaming rig and their gaming, you know, there's something they're pretty passionate about. Like, how can you spend all that money and on the technicality and setting it all up and all that carry on, and you don't know that?
Aye,
You know,
just basic stuff like
you
that.
don't know that. Like me, like I could probably turn on a computer, but I'd be the stupid one that would delete the Windows folder thinking that I was, you know, getting rid of the virus or whatever it was. It's really bad for that with Limewire. See, whenever it was Limewire, it was always like, this is free antivirus software, and I'd be like, seems legit. I'm going to download this antivirus software. Oh, it's found thousands and thousands of viruses. I wonder why.
That was so bad because, like, literally the first time I ever used any computer and any internet was when I was 15. When we first got a computer with internet in my house, that was the first time I'd ever really used one. It was like the school where we just like type stuff on it, and that would be it. We didn't actually use any like actual like stuff on it, and like. So it was my first experience actually using a computer, and that's like when Limewire started up and was getting used and shit. And so I just was like, I don't know how it works. I can just download stuff off this. That's awesome. Like, fucking no knowledge at all about how it's going to fuck the computer up.
It was almost like a slot machine or like a lottery machine. It'd just be like a anything you want. If you can search it and it's there, or you can get it, and you're like, wow, I can have like all these emo tracks immediately downloaded and perfect.
Oh, Linkin Park Numb. I'm going to download that, and there's some video of some guy farting or something. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this? I wanted to listen to Linkin Park.
I mean, like, if it was really weird. Like, LimeWire taught me the difference, or to at least look at the file size of something when you download it,
and the kind of file that it is.
Aye, so like if you're downloading like an MP3 and it's like 52 kilobyte, or you know, you're like, something's wrong here.
Fucking download a song and it's like, why is that a .exe? That doesn't seem right.
Oh, so you run the X and then you get the song.
That's how it works, clearly.
Wild times, by the way. Like, I'm sure there's probably like other programs that kids today use, but back when we were coming up, it was LimeWire. LimeWire was it Bearware or Bearshare?
Bearshare, I think, was a thing as well. I don't think I ever used that, but I remember that.
I always remember everybody going on about LimeWire, basically thinking that it was like this, you know, life-changing thing that could get you anything you wanted off the internet. No realising that, you know, people were probably selling every single inch of information off your computer.
Aye. Fucking people on big viruses and that, like, that is for real estate. Just fucking post all my shit on LimeWire, get fucking scam cunts out of all their money.
Do you know, I'm pretty sure, like, I had put some of my artwork in LimeWire at one point.
Really?
Like, this is how, like, rudimentary my understanding it was. Because I just seen it as, like, a file sharing kind of thing. So I was like, oh, well, some people have got the MP3 files and some people have got the movies, and, you know, we all just share it kind of thing. So I was like, oh, you know, I'll put up some of my drawings. And I don't even know if MD downloaded them, or if, you know, like, I don't know if there was any way to know.
I don't know how you would find like stuff like that, like specific stuff like that. It's just art somebody's put up. I didn't even know I don't think I ever even attempted to ever post anything on it, like share any files on it. I just downloaded stuff.
I noticed that sometimes when in LimeWire, like, if you had downloaded something, you were then a seed or something.
You would then, like, because you've got the file
and like
on your computer,
or
and it would help other people be able to download the same thing faster or something. I'm not sure how all that same shit works with torrents and stuff.
Which is actually a virus. That's how a virus works. Like, you get spread the virus. You're a great host for the virus. People can come get it for you.
It's bad shit, man.
Crazy. Bring back LimeWire. Whoever ran LimeWire, you filled my, like, MP3 libraries with, like, some really good music.
Literally the first iPod I had, like, all the music on it was for LimeWire. Just pure downloading discographies for fucking Metallica and all that shit.
What really annoyed me though, like the title and all that, it was never consistent. You don't want it to be all capital letters. Or it'd be like put underscores and all these things.
And sometimes it would just be like, Metallica, Master of Puppets album, but then you'd get another song and it'd be like, One by Metallica, Black Album. It was like, it wouldn't be the same order. It'd be so annoying.
I know.
They wouldn't the way it would written wouldn't even be in the same order. It's like, fucking.
I remember, like,
goddamn,
trying to download Lady Gaga's Bad Romance. Would it have been around that time? I can't remember. I think so.
Is that a song that old?
I think so. No, wait, 2015. Poker Face came out in 2017.
Well, I mean, LimeWire was getting used in that. I was like back in 2005, 2006.
Maybe I've used LimeWire in my, like, 20s. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, recently, like, fairly recently. Because I remember getting, like, a bootleg copy of Bad Romance. Like, it was the only way I could describe it was as if it was the version you got before it was, like, finally mixed and released. So it was like this really bad version of it where it was like her singing out of the time.
What the fuck?
And it was weird. It
sounds like a shit post somebody made. It was just like, I'm just going to release this as the song.
I've been bamboozled.
Fucking, that's weird.
The lengths you go to for free shit.
I mean, Spotify's free. Kinda.
You know, like, I've paid for Spotify for a while now because, you know, I deserve it. And like, when people say that they listen to Spotify with the ads, and they're like, oh, you're guaranteed half an hour ad-free music, and then they get an advert 5 minutes later, that would enrage me enough to phone someone at Spotify and be like, excuse me, I want something for free for this inconvenience.
Aye.
You know? Because half an hour of free music or half an hour of free, like ad-free music. I mean, what more could you ask for? It's free, you know. It's basically your own free radio.
I've not paid for Spotify for a while just because I've not used it enough to pay for it.
Well, me and Alan are on that family plan.
I used to use it a lot, but like now, I maybe listen to Spotify like maybe once every couple of weeks on one day for like a wee bit, and it's usually only for like a couple of hours, so it's not worth paying for. I do have to deal with the ads when I do listen to it, and I'm just like, I just make YouTube playlists for songs because you can just get them on YouTube as well.
That's true.
So and most of the time I listen to music will just be at my computer. So I just make YouTube playlists for songs and just listen to it on there.
I mean, I'm not really out the house anymore. No. So I don't even know if Spotify's worth my while. Because if I'm working for him, I would be as well just using like a YouTube playlist.
Yeah. Just have an ad blocker. Companies have got enough money.
They really do. Where's our money? Them out there, they've got money. Where's ours?
Where's my cut?
Where is our cut? We're providing sheer free content to the zeitgeist, and we're getting nothing for it, Nanty. I'm not even doing this next week with you. I want money. I want results.
What do you want from me? Fucking.
You're in charge.
I mean, I barely make. I don't even make money on YouTube anymore.
I think you'll go back to make money on YouTube.
Eventually, once I get up to 1,000 subscribers, I
can see it. What did you do to lose subscribers?
I didn't lose any subscribers. They just changed the rules. They were just like, oh no, you need 1,000 subs to make money. Classic so all yous that have been making money for the past couple of years that don't have 1,000 subs, fuck you. And I was just like, wow, okay then.
That is really shit considering like the amount of time you've put into YouTube. Like you put in and it's not even like you put the time and the effort in to get something out of it. You put the time and effort in because you enjoy what you do, and they're literally just like, oh, this website we started so that people could share what they love to do and teach other people. Oh, well, fuck you.
Yeah. Do you know the most frustrating part about it is the AdSense account that I've got, right? It tells you how much money's in your account, like how much money you've made for your ads, and it's got a threshold where it's like you have to make £60 worth of money on your AdSense account before we send you a payment out. So once you get that to that threshold, then we send you a payment, and then it starts up to there again. When I lost my AdSense to not be able to make money anymore, I am 50p short of the £60 threshold to get paid. So there's literally £59.50 sitting in my AdSense account that I just can't get.
That's snaky.
It's shit. It's so shit. It's literally just sitting there, and that's my money, and I can't get it.
That is so shit. Like all the times that you know you're skint and you know that money's just sitting there.
It's so annoying.
This is the thing, right? This is what I don't understand. See, if you start a website or if you start whatever it is you start, and people start making money for it, like no matter the capacity, don't fuck with their money. Like, but YouTube changing the rules and stuff like that, they've literally just fucked with your money.
Yeah.
They've been like that.
It's fucked. It's even more frustrating because like most of my videos don't get a lot of views, but I've got a few videos that get a fuck ton of views, and I'd get no money for them, and I probably would get a decent amount for them. Like I've got 2 videos specifically that have hundreds of thousands of views, and they get a consistent amount of new views every day because they're both like kind of tutorial videos for games. So people are always like on them. I still get like new comments on them every now and then.
How do you deal with that fame? How do you deal with that?
I deal with it being very annoyed because one of the videos is a tutorial for a Pokemon, an old Pokemon game that was getting re-released, and it's people coming on and just asking stupid questions or just clearly hasn't listened to the actual video and commenting on shit, and I'm just like, mate, or just spreading misinformation. Like it's a video that's like, hey, Pokemon Gold and Silver are out on DS now, and for people that haven't played them, here's where you get all the like evolution items in the game because they're actually kind of hard to find in it. And that's all the video is. And people just come on and go, actually, you can get this item for doing this. And I'm just like, you literally can't. You literally cannot get this item from doing that. You're spreading lies. Get off my video.
What do these people benefit?
I don't know. I don't know where they get it. I don't know if they're just lying because they think it's funny or if they genuinely are just somehow got this information rang for somewhere and are just spreading it without actually checking it.
Do you know what I think it is? There's too many young people on the internet, and I think it's one of these moments where it's like, you've put the information out there. You've been like, this is how you get X, Y, and Z, or whatever it is, right? And then they've been like, well, actually, to me, I think it would be more fun if, like, this was actually just the truth. Like when we were kids, you remember all the rumours that used to go about a little bit certain Pokemon?
Aye.
And how what was the one? There was one about like Masingo and stuff like that.
I mean, mixing though was an actual thing though in the game. But
I know, but like that, I think that's what like everybody kind of wants to be the perpetrator of their own kind of.
The Mew under the truck is the classic Pokemon fucking rumor that just is total bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking the amount of time I've heard people saying to me things like, "Oh, do you know in Pokemon Silver, if you level Togepi up to level 100 without evolving it actually evolves into Lugia?" And they go, "What the fuck did you get that for?
Yeah.
Like, what did you possibly read that and you actually believe that?"
Well, I feel like they've went through like the game and they've been like, "Oh, that's cool, that's what's happened," and then being like, "What would it be cool if this happened?" And it's just kind of like, well, it might be cool, but why are you going about and saying that it did happen?
It's fucking crazy to me. People just, I don't know how they get. I don't know if they just. Most of the time when I read like just wrong shit about like games like that, nowadays it's very easy to find out if it's actually true or not. And I genuinely, I'm just like, I don't know if this person's intentionally doing this just because they think it's funny to just lie about shit, or if they're just, or if they actually believe this shit that they're saying. I don't actually know.
But they don't have the skill to actually.
They don't. They
find out for themselves.
It's like, I'm going to just believe this thing, and they'll spend 2 seconds googling it real quick to find out if it's actually the case.
I think, especially with games with like a lot of Easter eggs or a very deep lore, people are always kind of trying to guess where the secrets are coming from. But fuck the people.
No. Fuck you if you spread misinformation about it online.
Especially in your videos.
Aye. Especially in my videos. Get out my comments, you pricks.
Spread information in my videos all you want. I don't care. I think it'd be hilarious actually. Like somebody's like, actually, did you know the sky is green? It's just a shade of green that makes it appear blue. I really don't get what people get for kind of stuff like that. But if they're doing it on like a YouTube comment, I think it's just they just want attention, or they just kind of want a focus for a while. They just kind of want people to focus on them and being like, oh, that's total bullshit, or oh really, that's so cool. Most people would just ignore it. Most people would be like, oh, they're talking shite, but they're obviously looking for the person to be like, you're talking shite, and engaging with it. That's what I would do.
People have got sad real lives where they spend their time doing shit like that.
What a sad little life, Jane.
Fuck man.
I was thinking about that the other day, right? And the only reason I thought about it because sometimes have these like, everybody does it, the scenarios in your head where you're like, what if that happened, blah blah blah. So this scenario, and it's ever since somebody did it, they challenged me on it. Like Sasha the dog, she had it put outside. And I picked it up. That wasn't the issue. But the guy just wasn't happy about where she'd shat.
Oh, I think you mind you tell me about this before.
Aye. So I'm kind of like, right, okay, I understand it. I'm not going to drag my dog till she poos. So, I've picked it up. I don't see the, the thing with here. And then I thought about it, like, in that moment, what if, rather than just engaging with it, I just went, what a sad little life, Jim. And just kind of see their reaction, how they would go, because it would be confusion.
No.
They'd be like, maybe it's familiar. Maybe I've heard that before. I don't like how he's called me Jane. But I think I'm definitely going to try that. Like, just rather than engaging with somebody that's talking shit or being a cunt or whatever, just look at them.
There was a video I saw actually where somebody was like, it was some woman, some Karen, in a fucking like shopping mall or something like that, and she was like just being a cunt to this guy, and he just decided to match her craziness and was just like cackling at her and shit, and like following her about filming her, just cackling at her and just like shouting at her, just matching her crazy, and she just didn't know what to do. That's it was
the level
fucking
of
amazing.
That's the level of petty I aspire to.
It was so good.
It's weird how like she just didn't know what to do with it. She's like, fuck man, my plan backfired.
She's sitting there like, I didn't know how to respond.
Have you seen that that video of that Karen and she pissed in public in Disneyland? And they're chucking her out?
No.
Basically, this lady, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she isn't crazy, but a lot of people wouldn't. I'm going to say a lot of people wouldn't. And I'm going to say that maybe I'm just in my head, I'm trying to think of a reasonable explanation as to why somebody would do this. So I'm thinking that maybe she has a weak bladder or, something along those lines. Long story short, well, for whatever her reasons was, she pissed into a cup, like, in public in Disneyland.
Surely there's a lot of bathrooms.
There's a lot of bathrooms
throughout the park.
There's a lot of bathrooms. This is people hutter with these kinds of stuff. People are like there's bathrooms. If you had to leave the line to go to the toilet, then that's kind of your own volition. People can't be responsible for your bladder. In any case, she did what she did, and there's a guy that's like, I'm going to need to ask you to leave because Disney, they've got a reputation.
They are very strict about shit.
I know. Ask Scarlett Johansson how Disney play. She will tell you they don't.
They do not play.
So
at all.
This guy, and he's very polite, very calm. He's not great. He's just like, listen, you need to go. Just end it. You need to go. And she's arguing to death about how she was completely valid and pissing in public at this, park. And she's like, I want to speak to your manager. And he's like, I'm the manager. Doesn't they hiring me? Like, you want me to bring do you want me to defrost Walt Disney so he can tell you?
What kind of psycho shit is she on? Like, does she not understand that, like, pissing in public is literally, like, against the law?
Yeah.
But she thinks doing it in a privately owned park
kids park
is somehow okay? Like, what are you on?
It's just... as I say, I was trying to look. I was like watching the video and reading about the situation. I'm like, right, okay, maybe there's a reason for it. Maybe rather than just piss her pants, she was like, oh well, I need to pee in this cup. I'm not defending the actions. I'm just kind of trying to see, I'm just trying to think if that was me, and I would take the loss for one if I was caught pissing out in the public. It did happen once. I was out a night out in a wonderful place called Arbroath and did a pee outside in the grass, it was late night, after pub shut and stuff like that. Paul seen it and they charged me. They were like, that's got to be 90 quid for public defacing urination or whatever it was. Oof. And I was like, that's the most expensive piss I've ever had, 90 quid. But you take the loss. We might well got to challenge it. No, you didn't see me pissing. It was just the rain.
Prove it.
I know.
Get in there and smell it. To prove that I done
take
that.
A sample.
You don't know.
But it's just crazy. I don't understand that.
That's the thing. They're just they get caught doing it and they're just in denial about it being wrong. Mm-hmm. They either deny that they even did it when they've just clearly been seen, or they just somehow try and argue that they shouldn't be punished for doing the thing. It's like, it's fine, I should do that, I should be able to do that. It's like, no, you shouldn't. No.
It kind of goes back to like the driving. Like, everybody thinks they're the greatest driver.
Aye.
Everybody thinks that their actions for doing things are excusable.
Mm-hmm.
It's
their road.
It's their road, aye.
Everybody else is just in their way.
Aye.
Fuck's sake, man.
I think that's probably a good time to call it an end.
Yeah.
The crackheads are getting closer, and I swear one of them's going to reach out that curtain and grab me. For this nice jumper or something.
I mean, they'd have to get all the fence and the garden and all that, and out there.
You know what crackheads are capable of? Like, I've seen crackheads climb fucking scale mountains and fucking scale hussies and all that just to get a telly on the other side.
Oh.
Before I go, I would like to say that this was the coffee I was given. Instant. Powdered.
You could have brought your in.
That's your fucking answer to everything. If I don't like anything about this house, just go get my in.
How?
Well, thanks for leaving us with some food for thought. That's definitely something to
funnily enough, when I go shopping for like groceries and shit, I don't think to myself, would John like this? In the rare occasion that he's done.
That's awful.
No,
that's
it doesn't come across to my mind at all.
When I go shopping, I buy a smorgasbord, a feast, and the off chance that you chat my door. Just in the off chance. And, you know, I'll eat the feast if you don't, because, you know, you don't want food going to waste, but just saying, when I shop, I think of you.
Okay.
It's a very one-sided podcast, isn't it?
I mean, you help yourself to all my chocolate, so...
Mm-hmm. I mean... I can't deny it. I can't. So, I'm not going to sit here and be like a Karen and be like, I didn't eat the chocolate. Okay, I ate the chocolate, but it was fine for me to eat the chocolate because, you know, I've got low blood sugar.
I've got low blood sugar. That's why I raided your cupboards. It's not because I'm a greedy bastard.
I've got type 1 diabetes, so I needed to eat something sugary. That's funny because type 1 diabetes, you don't have to eat anything sugary. I think.
I don't know how. One of them, I know you have to take insulin. The other one, you just have to.
We'll educate ourselves for next
I think the one you're born with is the one you have to take insulin for. The one you get that you can get over time is the one where you just have to watch your like sugar levels and stuff, and you have to like eat to hang with it. I don't know. I could be wrong. By the way, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching,
we'll
guys.
See you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.